English Premier League matches of the week. I'll go with Man United to defeat Fulham. 6 wins and 5 losses coming off the match against Josep Guardiola, aka Pep Guardiola, Gamacha 65. Man United should be able to get the victory, I think, there. That one will be a very close one. Man City are obviously going to defeat Bournemouth. They play against the Blues next up. Chelsea. The Blues is Gamacha 92. Man City would enter the match against Chelsea with 9 wins and 2 losses after they win against Bournemouth at the bottom of the table. 3 draws and 7 losses for Bournemouth. 37 is the Gematria of Pep, is Gematria 37. So it's going to be a pretty easy game for Man City. Man City win. Man City would occupy the top of the table. And then Arsenal and Newcastle. Newcastle enter the match, or rather Arsenal enter with 7 wins and 0 losses. It is Magpies at 70. Before, I was thinking, hey, first loss against Newcastle, but I'm going to go with Arsenal in this one. Arsenal are going to have 8 wins and 0 losses before it faces off in the UEFA Champions League against Sevilla over at London. It is Sevilla that's Gamacha of 80, so Arsenal are going to have 8 wins and 0 losses in the Premier League before taking off against Bournemouth. So it's going to be a victory for Arsenal. Arsenal and Man City are tied on top of the table before Tottenham play against Chelsea on Monday Night Football. And plus, you take a look at the Gamacha rate here. Football is Gamacha of 83, 8 wins and 3 draws. Just the perfect Gamacha, the perfect sequence right there. 83 is the big football number in Gamacha. Newcastle, right after their match against Wolves, which ended in a 2-2 draw. Wolves is Gamacha 24. They can have 2 draws and 4 losses. So I will go with Arsenal to defeat Newcastle. And so this brings us to Monday Night Football. Arsenal and City win. Or Tottenham going to keep pace? Or let's go to Liverpool against Brentford. I think Luton FC exists. So if they're called Luton FC is Gamacha 28. If Liverpool win, they would enter their next match. Well, let's see. They would have going for their 28th points in the next match. Brentford is 84 and 48. Nothing stands out much with Brentford, to be honest. There's no obvious connection right there. Well, let's take a look at Toulouse. Let's see. Toulouse is Gamacha 29. So maybe Liverpool go for their 29th points right after their match against Toulouse when they take on Brentford. Okay, so they're facing off against Luton Town, so it's going to be an easy win for Liverpool. So Liverpool 26 points, tied with Tottenham, Arsenal, and Man City each with 27 points. And this brings us to Monday Night Football. Chelsea are going to get a result. Tottenham are going to drop points. Now, Tottenham would be going for 9 wins and 2 draws against the Blues, like we saw against Man City, facing off against Chelsea the next week. 9 wins, 2 losses. So if they score first, they have 9 wins and 2 losses. That's the Gamache of the Blues, who they're up against, Chelsea. The Blues is Gamache 29. Also, Tottenham would have 29 points if they score first. The Blues is Gamache 29. So, liking Tottenham to score first, I do like Chelsea to get the result. If the match ends in a draw, Chelsea would have 4 draws and 4 losses against Tottenham FC. It's Tottenham FC that's Gamache 44. If Chelsea get the win, then 4 wins and 4 losses against Tottenham FC. If Tottenham lose, they would have 2 draws and 1 loss. Spurs is Gamache 21. They would face off against City the next week. City is Gamache 21. So they could enter the match against City with 2 draws and 1 loss very easily. So I got to go with the draw for this one. I'll have to go with the draw over a Chelsea win, a Chelsea result in this one. I mean, now, if Chelsea lose, then 3 wins and 5 losses. It's Tottenham that's Gamache 35, and it's also Chelsea FC that's Gamache of 35. So, just showing the narratives of what can happen for both sides, but it's just, Tottenham going to drop points. If Tottenham draw and Arsenal and City win, they would each all have 27 points on top of the table. Now, it's interesting in Gamache that Ange is Gamache 27, Angelos Postecoglu. His first name is Angelos, by the way. If the match ends in a draw, Angelos Postecoglu is Gamache of 84, and you look at his coaching record, he can easily have 8 wins and 4 draws. So, I'm compelled to go, say, draw right there. 8 wins, 4 losses, or 8 wins, 4 draws. It's looking very likely that's going to be the case. And now we can go to Pochettino quickly, too. Just Ainge is 27 points. So let's take a look at Pochettino quickly. So up against Man City the next week. If he loses against Tottenham, 3 draws and 5 losses. Don't forget about Guardiola as well. It is Guardiola that's Gamache up 35. Or never mind, Guardiola's Gamache of 43. Never mind. But if Pochettino loses 3 draws, 5 losses, remember, Tottenham is 35, Chelsea FC is 35, so that probably backs Tottenham to score first right there. Up against Man City the next week. If Chelsea win the match, 6 wins and 4 losses before Manchester City. It's Manchester City, that's Gamache 64. I won't be surprised to see Chelsea take all 3 points. Let's take a look at the Monday. Monday is a 24 6-day numerology. So how do you get that? 11 and 6 is 17, then 2023 is 7 years, so that's a 24 6-day numerology, and then Pochettino could be going for his 6 wins and 4 losses. So I may back Chelsea to get all 3 points, but at the least they're going to get a result.